What's good with y'all? This is Spiritual Low, and I'm back with another video. This video that I want to talk with y'all is very interesting, and and I see a lot of people start debating about it, and even it got to the politics ears, and they are debating this in the parliament about a lot of evidences, about this subject, that is UFOs, aliens. So majority of the people, they do not believe in aliens and UFOs. They think that's movies. That's it just created on the movies, but in reality it's not. It's real. And there's a lot of them. They've been interacting in this matrix, in this 3D world, and people need to understand that, So there's different type of aliens. I'm not gonna talk about races and all of that because I forgot about a lot of races of them because I did not done my research more on this for years. So I just remember the ones that they are more publicly, in front of us: the reptilians, draconians, and I believe it's those two. Those are the ones that are more. Yeah, because the Greys, I don't think the Greys. There's some evidences about the Greys, but yeah, but the ones that we see on a daily basis is the reptilians, draconians. Yeah, they are, they act as celebrities and stuff like that. So the richest people, the celebrities, the elite, all these, they are reptilians, or they are or they are possessed by them, or they are puppets from them. Because you see, these aliens, they can shapeshift, they can transform, change their body, they can change to a person. And we see, or you can see people, celebrities and stuff like that, being possessed. And sometimes we see videos that those celebrities, they are on live or whatever in the camera, but they are glitching. They just possessed by them. All these rappers, whatever, they are possessed. And the term that they use is demons. Like they say on these songs, oh, I see demons, or oh, I'm, whatever they say on their songs. But they are being possessed by these, by these entities, or even by demons as well, from different realms. And that's why we see why this celebrity, why this rapper, or why this artist is acting weird, or why did he change from the sudden. He's acting crazy, or he's glitching, like he looks like he's not alive, his eyes, and he's like not function. He's like acting weird. They're just possessed, and that's what it is. So a lot of y'all are familiar with the Area 51 and stuff like that, but these people, they do not believe, but it's real. It's real. There's UFOs everywhere here in this planet, in this 3D. Now there's a lot of people that they caught a lot of UFOs, in their countries, like UK, such and such. Before, it used to be very common to see these stuffs in the Latin America or in the United States, like specifically like on the deserts, or those like Texas, like those sites. There's a lot of footage like from those specific places. But now you can see, like in normal cities, and it's becoming more common. And it get to a point to the politics, and they are debating this in the parliament because y'all cannot hide no more. People, there's bots, but there's people, they're not dumb as well. They can tell it's not normal. Like that shape of that is flying on the air or whatever is not a normal plane or whatever, those lights, that format, people know. People they are people they're not that dumb like the government think we are, just because they manipulate us and program us to become a robot, a puppet, like a bot. But we still can see what is right, what is wrong, what's the differences. And there's people that they're not that stupid, they when they see and they think that shit is weird, is because it's weird, trust me. So there's a lot of them now that it's being getting exposed and stuff like that, and they always been around, and this comes from a long time ago, from the 90s, 40s or whatever. They always been around. I forgot even the name of the first president that entered in contact with them. I think it was in the 90s, 50s. I don't remember what president he was, but from the US. And they got contact with. It was the president, the CIA, and stuff like that. The CIA is the worst. They always involved on those bullshit. And they know a lot of shit, And yeah. So they have bases here, those entities, they have bases here. There's evidences now that they are saying that they live in the water, in the ocean, deepest down there, and that always was a fact. They even showed on the movies, old school movies and stuff like that, about the aliens and under the water. That's why they never discover it, like what's under deep down on the ocean, because there's no technology to get there. There's no way basically to get there. The pressure of the water or the technology is not that advanced and strong to deal with that, so they never reach it there. But I believe if they want, they can. It's not even if they want. They don't have that specific technology because those entities, they don't want them to have, because all this technology, whatever that, and it came from them. And and the elite, whatever, they just learn it and they created their ways, and expanded that knowledge. But the technology came from those entities, from aliens. And I believe that they don't give them that specific technology to go under deep down there, because they don't want them there. They have their own land there, a lot going on there, and and people need to understand, the United States, they have deals, with those entities, the presidents and stuff like that, those CIA, whatever who is part of that group that established contact with them, So, and y'all familiar with the Area 51, such and such, because there's a few evidences that of those entities that they got caught, and people starting to investigate, and and they found some facts, some proofs, and later on those people ended up missing and stuff like that. So it makes sense. Well, now, why is getting so active this, how I'm gonna say, this appearance from these entities? Well, it's always been that active, but people do not know, because even in front of our TV we see them acting in front of us, but we just think is a is a celebrity call, whatever. But no, in reality it's them. Shapeshifters, all these elite, these powerful people, whatever, it's them. Lizards, it's them. And this is a show. Let's say on this way, we're watching a show. We're watching lizards that rule the world and acting that they are best than others, but in reality they are the ones who are basically controlling us and making for them this is like a movie, because they are joking in our faces, we do not know, and they are just hide it in that shape, living a life that we desire, when in reality it's just an entity, you know, taking place. So all of this is going on, evidences and stuff like that. In the future, we might get surprised, we might get caught lacking with an invasion, we never know. But is it really going to be an invasion or something like that? I believe probably it might not be like loads of aliens coming out and start killing us, but they already here, and they're gonna bring their army. And what is their army? Robots, technology. That's how I see. That's how I see, and that's how they showed us. And this is what I've been saying in all my videos. By the law of the universe, these entities, they have to tell us what they are doing. Evil entities, by the law of universe, they have to tell us what they are doing. You know, if you are dealing with spirits, well, let's say with demons, with those lower entities, you start seeing black shadows, you start hearing noises in the house, you start having nightmares. They, by law of universe, they have to let you know that they are here. You know, that's what happened when we dealing with low entities. They are around you, but but if they are interacting in your life, they have to let you know that they are there. And you have nightmares, you start seeing black shadows, you start seeing figures, you start hearing voices. They have to let you know. It's not that they want it, it's just law of the universe. They have to, they have to, by our self-defense as well, they have to let us know. And with them is the same. People need to start paying more attention to the movies. Everything on these movies that they release, it makes sense, and it happens. Always. All the movies that they made, it makes sense. Movies regarding the war, before it even wasn't a war, it happened. Movies regarding, they made a lot of movies regarding aliens back in the days, and even now. Y'all need to pay attention to it. It have messages. Movies regarding global crisis, it happened. We had a financial global crisis. Movies about what's that, the pandemic. We had pandemic. They let us know. This is the way how they are letting us know. They plan the agenda. They show to us everything that they're gonna do to us, but we are so dumb and tapped that we do not see. You see how it looks like by hearing this. They are playing with us. It's like, listen, now this is what we're gonna do to y'all. And they release a movie, about exterminator, let's say, in that case, cyborgs, robots against the humanity, against the humans, but we just see, oh, that's a cool movie, but we do not believe. But it's getting to that point, because nowadays we're seeing a lot of videos and news about robots. Tesla, they made robots. There's now robots being They selling robots now. There's a lot of companies that, you know, they have robots working, you know. Celebrities, they already bought robots. There's robots like in the market. You can buy a robot. You see, it's coming slowly, it's coming. So that, like those movies that we have an invasion by aliens, we already on an alien invasion since the beginning. Since the beginning, that the first fucking president that established contact with them, that invasion already started back in the 50s. We already on the invasion, but people think that invasion is gonna be like we're gonna see a lot of reptiles, a lot of draconians, or a lot of greys, or a lot of mantis. That's another what's the word? That's another race of aliens. It's like those bugs. What's the word of those bugs? Those bugs, like, they look like they can fight. They have knives in the hand. Whatever. I forgot the name of those bugs. Something god, whatever the name of those bugs. But not. They already here. They already ruling the matrix. But they're gonna bring their army to destroy us. What is the army? Technology. The problem is the technology. They're gonna bring the robots or technology. Because even you see, nowadays everything is made by technology. Even these wars that's going on the world right now is by technology. People don't go to other countries, you know, and starting shooting. Now it's just about programming drones, or I'm on the desk, I just press the button, I got missiles going through, let's say through the UK or whatever, to different countries. That's how it is, technology. And now they are bringing robots, you know. You see there's a lot of robots, a lot of videos of robots, AIs, stuff like that. But how do we not know they're not gonna turn against us? Because on those movies, those robots, they look like the best puppet, but later on, that red thing, the red flag activates, and they become evil. And they have that, and the way how they are programmed, the order that they had on the system programmed is to eliminate us. And when it gets to that time, that shit is gonna activate on their devices, and they're gonna start killing people. Like the movies, it's a message. Believe it or not, it's a message. It's on the movies, it's on cartoons, it's on animes, everything. Do you actually think that these people are smart enough to imaginate and create those entities? Hell no, I don't believe. I do not believe these people are smart enough to create entities, aliens like this, making a different realm, making different lifestyle in the universe, in like in the movies and stuff like that, just by imagination. I don't believe they're not smart. The brain is not unlocked to that point, because you know we are using 40 or 20% of our brains. Is impossible. They do not know. And how do they created this? But there's evidences of such and such being caught with those appearances or technologies like UFOs and stuff like that. This is not a coincidence. They established contact with them, and they made those movies, those whatever you want to call cartoons, based on them. You know, that's how it is. Like, animes. It's getting a lot of popular now in the US and in a few countries. But I'm being stuck to the anime since little, so I know a lot about anime. And I like to watch anime because there's hidden messages on there, and you have to be clever and smart enough to get those messages. And if you are spiritual, you get those messages, and you think like, this makes sense, and you think like this is really like in the spirituality, you know. And on those animes and stuff like that, there's demons, weird demons, but they have names of the actual demons they are described in the religions or by people, you know. And I've been thinking how these people know about this, you know. They make demons, the demons, the way how the demons die, how to kill a demon, you know, that they possessed and stuff like that. The way how demon, how do they know this, you know? It's not even part of their culture. How do they know this, you know? Because they know they didn't imagine. How you imagine such thing like that? No, they know this, you know. People think, oh, the guy is very talented, he have a great imagination, creativity. No, he don't have creativity. He just basically reading or creating, doing something that is already exists. But we don't have that knowledge. We don't have a clue yet, but they already witness and they are showing to us. And all these movies, Alien Invasion, Terminator, whatever, it's not created by them, it's real. They know those entities. They saw those entities. Evidences. Putin, President Putin, long time ago, he made it clear. And that's why the US see Russia as a threat, because Putin knows a lot about what's going on. He knows a lot about what's going on behind doors, but he don't talk, but he knows. Y'all know that there's 3 countries that they have the power to control, what's the word? It's not the world, is to control the space. They have satellites. Is United States, is Russia, and is China. So those unknown contacts or whatever that happens on the space or whatever, United States captures. If United States is doing something weird, Russia captures, have satellites. They can get the contact, the radiation, and China captures. And they know. Russia knows what the United States are doing. That's why Putin, he's like this, not friend, but like this, like you know, is like it's tense, like, you know, they like against each other like this, you know. Why? Because he sees what the US are doing and everything, and how they is intervening in the world and stuff like that, how they are manipulating the world. And Russia, Putin does not talk a lot. Why? Because he cannot. I mean, he can, but he don't want to get to that point, because the US is very smart and clever. That's why they conquer the world. That's why they made every country their base. Any country that you go in the world, there's a US base. Why? Why do you need a US base on your main country? Why do Poland needs a US base? Why do Nigeria needs a US base? Why do Portugal needs a US base? You know? Why? You know? Why do they want bases in all the countries? Why this war even on the Middle East? They have bases there for what? Why do you want bases there? There's no more war, like you say, but the war is still going on. We're still living war times, you know, we're still in war times. But why do you have, so to control and to raise the power? But y'all do y'all research, check the maps and everything on the internet. They have US base everywhere in the world, all the countries. There's only one that they don't have, is Russia. But all those countries that they have US base, if y'all see on the map, is only surrounding as well Russia. Y'all see how they trying to get Putin in their hands? Because they know Russia is a threat, because Russia knows what they are doing as well, and Russia have power, you know. And you know, And even with China is the same. They have US bases around China everywhere. And now with this is going on with China and Taiwan, why do you think China wants to attack Taiwan and, you know, conquer Taiwan? There you go. And why China trying to conquer Taiwan? They want to conquer Taiwan. They want to, you know, have a war with them. But no, not even why China. Why the US is getting aggressive if China attacks Taiwan? They have a base there. That's the way how they can control China, close to China. That's how they can keep their eyes on China, because China is a threat as well. You see how the US is. US is pure evil. Those intentions from it's the way how this elite move. You see how this matrix is? There you go. And Putin, long time ago, he threw a shot to the US. I think it was when people was talking a lot about the UFOs, that it was a lot of evidence, a lot of footages, you know, from people, UFOs, and Putin came live, you know, in the parliament, and he said United States is involved with aliens, extraterrestrial beings, and all these UFOs that we are seeing. United States have knowledge of it. NASA, CIA, they all have knowledge of it. And he said there's even a book made by the United States that have all those species of extraterrestrial beings that they enter contact with. And Putin said it's more than 50 different species, races, that the US been dealing with. And he exposed it. He exposed it. He exposed it. He exposed it. He said it all. He said this. So now people what gonna think, is he crazy? Like, it's facts. He knows about everything. Like Russia exposed as well, that they have from long time ago, even that Jesus Christ was black. It makes sense. People need to understand. Obviously it makes sense. If Jesus is from Middle East, obviously he gonna have olive color or my tone of color max. He's from Middle East. People over there, they are olives, you know, or like my color. So it makes sense. And this programming that Jesus is white, whatever, it's just to you to not be on the right path. It's just to keep you far away from the truth. Because if you do not know the truth, you're not gonna be worshiping the truth. So you're not gonna be connected with the creator, or you know, or with prophets or whatever, because you worshiping some different entity. Because if you know Jesus is black and you interact knowing how Jesus is and knowing he is black, you interacting with the truth entity. But if you interacting with these manipulated, you know, entities that they made it, saints with different colors, different shapes, Jesus white and whatever, you're not connecting with the truth. You're connecting with some entity that is that image, you know, and it's not the truth. That's how they control and manipulate people, and that's how what they do, because they want us far from the truth and far from God, creation, because they are evil. They deal with these entities. They do witchcraft, summoning these entities from different realms, demons, aliens, whatever. And the what's the name, the families that they rule the world, they are all from the lineage that is connected with those entities, you know. So it's a lot, you know, going on and connected, you know. And yeah, with this, the UFOs and stuff like that, it's coming to the light, you know. It's coming through the light. These people do not believe. They think, you know, we live in Alice in the Wonder World land, whatever. But no, it's a lot going on, you know, behind the scenes. And if you don't want to believe it, just because we're living in a peacetime, we're not living in a peacetime. We always been in a war. There's a war behind the scenes going on since the first time that they started their war. It didn't end it. We're still on their war, you know. But they doing it on a cool way. Like I said on my previous video, on a cool way. We do not know, but in our backs, it's a lot going on, you know. And we just bots. They're just trying to make people bots. But if you are spiritual awakening, you start seeing things how they are. And when you are spiritual awakening, you start breaking down the matrix and you see a lot of stuffs, you know. You're gonna start getting involved with politicians. You're gonna start getting involved with religion. You're gonna start getting involved with everything, because you're gonna see things and you're gonna be like, hold on. Now that I have my third eye open, hold on. This is not how I used to believe it was when I saw it the first time, you know. Hold on, now this is weird. What is, you know, that's your reaction. You're gonna see things how they truly are. You're gonna see the reality. You open your third eye, you're gonna see the world differently. You know, you're gonna start seeing entities. You're gonna start hearing voices. You're gonna start seeing people the way how they truly are, or how they are manipulated or even possessed. You're gonna be like, oh, this person, why do I think this guy why this guy have a black shadow around him, you know, the person that you used to hang a lot with. So he was possessed all this time and I didn't know. I thought he was normal. You see, you're gonna start seeing things differently. When you have your spiritual awakening, you're gonna have these questions. You're gonna start see politician is not how it is. Religion is not how it is. The Matrix is not how it is. The movies is how it is. And everything is coming how they show us, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it about, you know, this video. And I believe we're gonna, you know, get more evidences, you know, regarding the aliens and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a spiritual law. I'm out. Peace.